So big shout out to my friends at Legacy, hooking us up tonight with fight number 2, an amateur Muay Thai bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Coming out first, going to be fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 188 pounds, representing the pit. Make some noise for Thomas Manwaring.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, making his way out to the cage right now, we have Thomas Manwaring. This young man is 32 years old, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 188 pounds with that perfect Muay Thai record of 0-0-0. So what do we know?
One of those O's has got to go.
Okay, what do we know about this guy, Darian?
All right, so he trains over at the Pit SLC. Ramsey in the gym right there you see is his head coach, and he's actually one of my favorite sparring partners to have over there. Very technical striking, and he also has the ability to engage in a brawl if he has to. Very powerful, very quick, and very smart. So I'm really excited to see him come out here and make his debut.
All right, let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall as well, weighing in at 187 pounds, representing Utah Valley Self-Defense. Let's hear it for Kent Llyod.
All right, and right out of the gates, we got Kent Llyod coming out to the cage. He is 31 years old, and he's representing Team Utah Valley Self-Defense, I believe down there in Orem, Utah. What do we know about those guys?
Well, we know that Kent Llyod is actually the owner of that gym. He's not the only coach, though. They do have a variety of coaches. He does teach their, I want to say, Taekwondo program. Himself, he is a Taekwondo black belt, and then they have a multitude of Krav Maga instructors, and Kyle Harris is their Muay Thai instructor. So he's been out there getting some good instruction on that, in addition to his already, I would say, mastery of additional self-defense with Taekwondo.
Yeah, all right. I'm excited to see how he's going to come out, and he seems to have a pretty extensive, somewhat traditional martial arts background. So I can't wait to see how he's going to, implement that into a Muay Thai match.
Yeah, and this does match up a little bit more to what, little bit more, I'm not going to say 100%, to what full contact sparring would be like in Taekwondo, with the exception this is not points for contact, this is going to be points for overall damage and effectiveness. Now this is a Muay Thai fight, this is amateur, that's why you notice those elbow pads on each of the fighters. They can throw elbows as long as they got those pads on. Knees count, you can throw knees, you can throw elbows, kicks, all that good stuff. If there's a clinch, the clinch can last for as long as you're staying active in it, and trips are allowed as well.
All right. So they were right off to the start. Thomas with a teep there to the body, which was able to knock down Kent. And now they're getting back to a little bit of grappling on the cage.
Kent's got that one hand almost clinch behind the head there he was trying to utilize.
Yeah, both of these guys are actually showing some pretty good variety of strikes to the body, to the head, mixing up their targets. We've got southpaw versus orthodox, it looks like.
I do like the aggression you're seeing out of both of these guys. They're both kind of going for it. No one's really taking their time to pace in and work the shots. They're just moving forward. You see Thomas moving forward almost the entire time. And what I've been surprised at Kent working off of his back as often as he has been.
Yeah, especially, throwing kicks backing up. That's pretty hard to do, at least for me, so.
Well, maybe that goes a little bit more into that traditional Taekwondo, which is very kick heavy.
They're starting to mix in a little bit of elbows into their strikes. I like Thomas was able to get him up against the cage and then start throwing some elbow strikes there, close that distance a little bit.
And as far as, big right hand by Thomas Manwaring. Kent's getting a standing 8 count.
Looks like he's going to be able to continue.
Our referee Tyler Thomason says step forward, we're good. And all right, we're going to see continuation of this fight.
Wow, that was a fantastic knockdown by Thomas there. And right back to putting on that aggression. Kent right back to fighting off of the cage.
Doing a really good job fighting off of his back like that, throwing those knees to the body. Some big shots by Kent himself coming off of that knockdown.
Barely missed a huge right off of Thomas there. Great back to the cage control, but the pace starts looking like it's starting to slow down, yeah.
Yeah, Thomas was still moving forward, but he definitely was not moving forward with the level of aggression that he had earlier. And What about that knockdown right to the forehead? That was not a sweet chin music knockdown. That landed right to the forehead, right at the crown of the forehead, and knocked him straight down.
Yeah.
Beautiful takedown.
I'm wondering
or knockdown, sorry.
Yeah,
I've been commentating for MMA for way too long.
Having him pressed up against a cage like that, you know, you got to kind of square up your stance. You don't have as much room to move around. I think that might have played a little bit into his squared up stance of that shot knocking him off balance, knocking him down.
Right. No, that does make a lot of sense. The feet kind of go out from under you a little bit easier. And got to give credit to Kent. He was back on his feet really quick. He did great on that standing 8 count and was ready to go for a little bit more. And he did come out with a lot more aggression and did not look to be dazed and wobbled off of that knockdown.
Yeah, definitely kept up the pressure and he kept
pace.
up his pace,
Yes.
off of the back foot, which was amazing to see. And
Yeah, he was throwing a lot of knees to the body with his back pressed up against the cage when Manwaring had him with a lot of pressure.
Great way to slow down the pace of someone who's pressuring you so much is to rip their body, which I've been seeing a lot from Kent. Body knees and backing up and throwing that right leg to the body.
All right, round number 2. Kent starts out with a nice teep, and then Manwaring throws a nice right hand across the front.
Great timings, great accuracy. He's starting to find his shots. I would like to see him make some punches up to the body a little bit more.
Well, I feel like he probably doesn't think he needs to. He seems to be landing fairly effectively. He's not landing every single shot, but he's landing enough of them. I don't think he thinks he needs to open it up with softening the body.
Yeah, I agree with that. Back to some grappling on the cage here.
As long as they stay active, Tyler's not going to come in and stop it. He's not going to separate them and give them a restart. But if they don't stay active, you might see him restart it.
And now we're doing some dirty boxing, some clinch striking here. So
Ooh, nice elbow by
good
Kent.
elbow on the inside there.
And with it being Muay Thai, elbows do count more for the judges. A clean landed elbow is going to count more for the judges than a clean landed right punch.
Okay,
or right or left. You know, the gloves don't count for as much as elbows in Muay Thai.
Thomas's pace has slowed down quite a bit.
Ooh, nice kick to the body.
Kick though, but he's still got so much power coming behind his punches. And Kent is still being very efficient off of his back.
Yeah, Kent's definitely still in this fight. I don't think that he's out of it in a bad way whatsoever. He's definitely probably going to be the one backing up more, but he's still throwing a lot of strikes, and he's being very effective with it.
I'm curious as far as cage control goes in Muay Thai matches, if Thomas, if they're kind of hitting a stalemate against the cages there, how that is scored in Muay Thai.
It's still going to go to the strikes and the effectiveness of those strikes.
Okay. Oh, that was another great body kick by Thomas.
Because it's not considered grappling, it's just considered a clinch.
Yeah, okay.
So they're going to look at,
ooh, another right hand,
big left.
He's got him shelled up. Oh, right at the end of the round.
I'm not going to say saved by the bell, but saved by the bell on that one. He was eating some good shots. He was starting to curl over. Now, one thing that Thomas is going to have to be careful of, when Kent was kind of curling over and covering up from those punches, Thomas was throwing a little bit back of the head on those strikes instead of clean ones.
Yeah,
I would have loved to see him just focus on that left uppercut, maybe take some rights to the body to drop those hands down so he could land some clean ones instead of throwing that right to the back of the head. But
so I'm not a judge, but right now I kind of got this 2-1 by Thomas, kind of still on the end of that round there. If you're in Kent's corner, what are you telling to him?
If I'm in Kent's corner, I'm telling him, keep your hands up and start leading in with your jab. Lead in with your jab and then find an opening. That's the biggest thing. Thomas is moving in really effectively. Thomas is the stalker in this match. He's the one that's moving forward. He's kind of creating the majority of the engagements. I think the biggest thing is that Kent needs to take that away and stop backpedaling.
Yeah. I would like to see him utilize the teep a little bit more, just to buy himself some time and buy himself a little bit of space from the pressure.
Starting out in the second round, he did come out effectively landing a teep and then immediately eating a right cross from Thomas. So it kind of is one of those things that you feel confident. Ooh, nice teep by Thomas. It's kind of one of those things when you land something like that and then immediately pay for it, it kind of changes your opinion about continuing to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Good way to shut it down.
And Thomas is putting on the aggression.
Thomas is back with his pressure, ripping the body and the head, hitting some of those knees in there, but I think he's kind of got the timing down on Kent. He's pretty being able to efficiently block and slip most of his strikes coming out this next round.
Is he going to be able to keep up that aggression? Because he was controlling and dominating for the first, 30 seconds of this round, but is he going to be able to continue that pace, or is it going to give Kent a chance to kind of turn it around on him?
Yeah, and these guys both look exhausted, and Kent, right before they started clinching, was able to get a good body knee in there, slowing him down even more. But
yeah, those are the clenches that you do to catch a breath, not the clenches you do to land some strikes.
Yeah.
Ooh, good head movement spinning out of that by Kent.
Man, both these guys, you can see it in every step. They're so exhausted and tired right now.
Ooh.
Good
Thomas lands that good teep and pushes him against the cage. Ooh, nice elbow by Thomas. Good knees by Kent. I do like that even when it seems like Kent's losing, he starts throwing some effective things that still land, surprisingly, from a bad position, like his back up against the cage like that.
Yeah, it's something that I definitely I teach to the kids that I train is when you
big knockdown.
Head kick right cross.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get up from that 10 count. You got Tyler Thompson counting down right now. Big right kick to the head, followed by that right hand.
He's up. It looks like he might have got his nose cut a little bit.
Nope.
Calls it off.
And that's going to be a TKO.
Yeah,
wow. That was a great job. Did not recover from the 10 count. Great job, Thomas Manwaring. That was a big knockdown.
Amazing job coming in here on his debut and putting on a performance like that. That was awesome to see both of these guys.
And that's how you want to get tested in your first fight, and you want to come out victorious. And he did both of those things tonight.
Yeah, that was incredible. And even for Kent, coming or having the loss, he showed a lot of heart and a lot of skill, even fighting off of his back the whole entire time. You don't want to shell up and that's when the referee said you quit, but he didn't have quit in him. He kept on going the whole entire time.
No, and he was still, in Kent's defense too, on that knockout, the standing 10 count, or standing 8 count that he wasn't able to recover from. He was following directions. It was just not quickly. He did not look like he was completely there to follow the directions. When Tyler told him to take a step to the right, it took him a second, and he kind of slaggered over to the right a little bit.
Hey guys,
all right, let's take it to the cage, make this thing official.
High bar of the night. Do me a favor, make some noise for these two warriors, would you? Holy smokes. Your winner, 1 minute, 58 seconds into round number 3 by TKO. Gotta be the red corner, Thomas Manwaring.
All right, Thomas, I'm going to grab you right here. What's up? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Thomas, my good friend and training partner. How do you feel about that win?
Amazing.
Did he do anything that surprised you?
No, I knew it was going to be tough. Tough kicks, a lot of front kicks. Tough competitor. Cheers to Kent.
Awesome. All right, and then friends, family, sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, I just got to shout out all my friends here tonight, all my family, my wife, my son, my team, my coaches. Shout out Pit SLC. It's the best place on earth. I love it.
All right, and we're going to see you back here and do this again?
We'll see.
All right, good job, Kent. Congrats on your win.
All right, where's Team Thomas at? Make some noise for your man, would you?